It is the 31st century, and mankind is once again at war. The battlefields of the future are dominated by huge robotic war machines known as battle mechs.
Good morning, Lance Leader. SATCOM shows enemy activity around a recently completed compound. Command wants to know what's going on inside. Proceed with your Lance to Sector 7 and deep scan the structures. Command believes there to be at least one Lance of enemy mechs in the area. Deal with the opposing force if you can, but the primary objective is intel on the compound and its purpose. Something big is in the works, Lieutenant. We don't need any more surprises, and Command wants that data. Good luck, Lance Leader. Morse and Lance slowly approached the recently completed Draconis compound, hoping the moonless night would cloak them. Lieutenant Halls hoped their stealth would hold long enough to scan their targets and escape back into the night. All hopes were dashed as massive floodlights on the building switched on and sensors detected the power-up of enemy mech units. In the struggle for the planet of David, another confrontation between the invading Ethereum regulars and the 12th Deneb Light Cavalry had begun. Turn 1. The Javelin runs off the hill towards the Dirian base. The Orion walks forward to challenge the approaching Deneb mechs. The Whitworth runs forward to bring his LRMs to bear. The Phoenix Hawk leaps off the hill. The Panther walks forward, joining his lance mates. The Dragon runs forward towards the closest structure. The Quick Draw charges down the hill towards the Orion. The Vindicator steps off the hill he was standing on. Mechwarrior Kojo's blood boiling, seeing his family's dragon now in the service of the Davians. The Quick Draw fires his LRM, SRM, and a medium laser at the Orion, some of the long-range missiles hitting the heavy mech's left arm. The Whitworth fired both LRM-10s at the Quick Draw. The missile slammed into the center torso of the Quick Draw. The poor welding gave way, a large slab of armor plating just falling away, allowing the missiles into the interior. Shrapnel damaging delicate components of the mech's gyro and piercing the heat shielding of the fusion engine. The Phoenix Hawk holds his fire. The Panther snaps off his PPC at the Quick Draw, but misses. The Dragon uses his sensors to scan the nearby building. The Vindicator fires his PPC and LRM-5 at the Phoenix Hawk, but cannot hit the airborne mech. The Javelin unleashes his SRMs at the Orion, but none of the missiles hit the Draconis mech. The Orion opens up on the Quick Draw with his AC-10 and 2 medium lasers, one of the lasers hitting the crippled mech in the right arm. Turn 2. The Panther stands still, lighting up his PPC. The Quick Draw jumps back to the top of the hill, trying to escape. The Dragon continues forward, taking cover behind the next closest building. The Whitworth stands readying his LRMs. The Vindicator charges toward the Dragon, Kojo determined to reclaim the honor of his mech, or at least deny its use to the enemy. The Phoenix Hawk jumps forward, trying to outflank the Dirians. The Javelin goes airborne, his jump jets carrying him close to his lancemate and the Dragon. The Orion walks forward into melee range with the tiny Javelin. The Quick Draw pilot fires off his LRM-10 at the Orion as he tries to escape. The Panther fires his PPC at the distant Quick Draw, but misses. The Dragon fires his AC-5 and medium laser at the Orion, hitting it in the left and right leg. The Whitworth uses targeting data from his Lance Leader in the Orion to fire his 2 LRM-10s indirectly on the Javelin, hitting it in the left leg and center torso. Kojo and his Vindicator fires almost his full arsenal at the Dragon, but in his haste and anger, misses his target. The Phoenix Hawk holds his fire. The Orion opens up on the Javelin with his AC-10, medium lasers and SRM-4. The lasers and missiles pepper the mech, while the AC-10 smashes into the left leg, completely destroying it. The mech tumbles. Chu-E Sano looks down at his fallen opponent before driving the foot of his 75-ton mech into the center torso of the fallen light mech, and does not stop until it crashes through to the soil beneath it. Turn 3. The quick draw jumps away, escaping from the combat zone. The Whitworth holds position, waiting for more targeting data. The dragon turns and flees in defeat. Mechwarrior Kojo, furious at witnessing his former dragon flee in cowardness, requests permission to follow, but is ordered to engage the Phoenix Hawk. He reluctantly obeys his orders, backing up and getting a firing solution on the Phoenix Hawk. The Orion also backs up, trying to get his sights on the Phoenix Hawk. The Panther holds position. Lieutenant Hall closes his eyes after watching his lance fall apart. He sees an opening. The Caridans are out of position. But is it worth it? Almost without realizing it, Lieutenant Hall leaps his mech, trying to take cover behind the nearest building. The Vindicator fires on the Phoenix Hawk with his PPC and lasers, hitting it with the medium laser in the left arm and the small laser hitting it in the center torso. The Panther fires on the Phoenix Hawk with his PPC but misses. The Whitworth uses the targeting data from his allies to fire indirectly, but the shot is just too difficult. He misses with all of the missiles. The Orion holds his fire. Lieutenant Hall uses his mech sensors to scan the nearby building. Turn 4. The Panther pilot holds his ground, waiting for a shot at the Phoenix Hawk. The Vindicator backs away, trying to make a PPC shot easier. The Phoenix Hawk jumps over the building, placing the centralmost structure between him and most of the enemy lands. The Whitworth backs up to get his sights on the landing Phoenix Hawk. The Orion runs forward, trying to chase down the troublesome mech. The Panther cannot fire on what he cannot see. Kojo curses in his Vindicator as his prey escapes his sights. The Whitworth fires his 3 medium lasers at the Phoenix Hawk, 2 of the lasers hitting the mech in the right leg and left arm. Lieutenant Hall swallows hard, scanning the far bunker just inside his sensor range, tasting bile as he watches the enemies surrounding him. The Orion uses targeting data from the Whitworth to fire his LRM-15 indirectly, but misses. Turn 5. Lance Leader Halls takes to the air again, trying to keep the buildings between his Phoenix Hawk and as many of the enemies as he can. The Whitworth stays still, lining up on his elusive target. The Vindicator jumps near the other building, trying to keep a shot at the Phoenix Hawk. The Panther runs around the building, trying to fire on the Phoenix Hawk. The Orion races forward, eager to fire on the enemy mech. The Orion fires on the Phoenix Hawk with his autocannon 10 and medium lasers, only managing to catch the left leg with a medium laser. The Panther fires both his PPCs and SRM-4, but misses. Lieutenant Hall scans the nearby building. He listens as his fleeing lance mates suddenly realize he is not with them. The Whitworth again opens up on the Phoenix Hawk with his medium lasers, one hitting the medium mech in the right torso. The Vindicator again fires his PPC, but cannot hit his target. Turn 6. The Whitworth backs away to keep the Phoenix Hawk in his sights. The Panther and Vindicator hold position, trying to track their target. The Orion backs up to join his lance mates. The Phoenix Hawk jumps around the building, trying to keep it between him and the enemy lance. The Whitworth fires again with his medium lasers on the Phoenix Hawk, hitting it in the left torso and right leg. The Vindicator fires his LRM-5 indirectly, some of the missiles hitting the Phoenix Hawk's left torso. The Orion cannot get his LRMs to lock on. The Panther pilot curses, unable to see the Phoenix Hawk, while Lieutenant Hall scans the central building. Turn 7. The Orion backs away, trying to guess where the Phoenix Hawk will land next. The Whitworth stands waiting to target the Phoenix Hawk. Lieutenant Hall leaps behind the Panther and the Vindicator, bringing his sensors into range for the last structure. The Vindicator turns to kick the landing Phoenix Hawk. The Panther stands still, allowing the Phoenix Hawk to come to him. The Panther launches his SRMs at the Phoenix Hawk, but misses the leaping mech. As the mech touches down, the Panther pilot lands a kick on the heavily damaged left leg, destroying the upper leg actuator. The Whitworth fires his SRM-10s indirectly, peppering the mech with missiles on the legs, arms, and destroying the medium laser and lower arm actuator in the Phoenix Hawk's left arm. The Vindicator fires his medium laser and small laser, hitting the Phoenix Hawk in the right torso, but missing with his kick. Lieutenant Halls closes his eyes as his scanners finish their work. He uploads the data and sighs to himself. Now, no matter what happens to him, the mission was complete. The Orion holds his fire, not confident that he can land his LRMs on the Phoenix Hawk indirectly without hitting his own men. Turn 8. The Whitworth runs forward, trying to box in the Phoenix Hawk. The Vindicator stands still. The Phoenix Hawk leaps over the bunker, trying to take cover behind it. Lieutenant Hall's lining up his escape. The Orion backs up, trying to get the Phoenix Hawk in his sights. The Panther jumps forward, trying to keep up with the Phoenix Hawk. The Orion fires his AC-10, 2 medium lasers, and SRM-4 at the Phoenix Hawk. The medium laser stripping what little armor remained of the right torso. The Panther could not get his sights on the Phoenix Hawk. The Whitworth fires both LRM-10s indirectly on the Phoenix Hawk, but none of the long-range missiles hit the mech. The Vindicator also fires indirectly, but cannot hit his target. Lieutenant Hall's finally free of scanning, retaliates with his large laser, hitting the Orion in the center torso. Turn 9. The Panther walks forward, readying his PPC. The Vindicator runs forward, trying to chase down the Phoenix Hawk before it can flee. The Whitworth walks forward, trying to keep his LRMs on the Phoenix Hawk. The Orion backs up, putting his back to the nearby building. Lieutenant Hall sees his opening, jumping around the building and placing it between him and his enemies. Turn 10. The Vindicator charges forward. The Panther also races ahead, trying to keep eyes on the Phoenix Hawk. The Whitworth walks forward, waiting on targeting data for his LRMs. The Orion runs forward, trying to keep the Phoenix Hawk from escaping. The Phoenix Hawk jumps again, this time hiding behind a hill, keeping his enemies away. Turn 11. The Vindicator runs after the Phoenix Hawk, trying to fire his PPC. Lieutenant Hall slams his throttle full open as he races away from the chasing Draconis mechs. Aftermath. Lieutenant Hall's returned to his barracks to a hero's welcome. Despite the odds, he alone had managed to accomplish the mission. A mission, at the time, no one on either side realized the importance of. Due to his heroic actions, Lieutenant Halls was now Captain Halls, and would begin training for his own company command once there was a lull in the action. His company commander, Captain Chryson, had also nominated Halls for the Davian Star of Bravery, yet the Lance leader could only shakily collapse into a nearby chair, his hands still trembling. Meanwhile, Mechwarrior Kojo was celebrating a much darker victory. Despite a worthy attempt at escape, he had found and captured the injured Javelin Mechwarrior. After a brief interrogation, Mechwarrior Kojo was given the opportunity to reclaim some of his family honor. Kojo was surprised at how little resistance there was, as his katana removed the Davian's head from his shoulders.